Have you ever wondered if the things you do every day could be quietly aging your brain faster than you realize? Picture this. You're sitting on your couch, munching on your favorite snack, scrolling through your phone until midnight, thinking everything's fine. But what if those little habits are silently harming your brain? I remember a friend, let's call her Sarah, who in her early 40s started forgetting small things, her coworker's name, where she parked her car, even important family plans. At first, she brushed it off as stress or exhaustion. But her doctor warned her, those could be early signs of dementia. Dementia. It's a scary word, isn't it? We often think of it as something that only affects the elderly, a distant problem for our later years. But here's the truth. The habits we form today, even in our 20s or 30s, can shape how healthy our brains will be decades from now. The good news? We have the power to change them. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 5 everyday habits that, without you knowing, could be speeding up dementia. And don't worry, I'll also share simple ways to protect your brain starting today. Ready? Let's dive in. Before we get to those habits, let's talk about what dementia really is. Imagine your brain as a vast library, filled with books of memories, knowledge, and skills. Dementia is when those books start disappearing, pages get torn, or the shelves collapse. It's not just about forgetting where you parked your car, it's about losing the ability to recognize loved ones or even remember who you are. According to the World Health Organization, over 55 million people worldwide live with dementia, and that number keeps growing. What's even more shocking is that studies show brain damage can start decades before symptoms appear. I recall a study published in The Lancet. It found that lifestyle factors like diet and sleep contribute up to 40% to dementia risk. That means what we do every day has a huge impact. So what habits should we watch out for? Let's break them down one by one. Imagine your brain as a house that collects tiny bits of trash every day, leftovers from stress, activities, and information overload. When you sleep, your brain activates a cleaning crew called the glymphatic system. This crew sweeps away toxins, including beta amyloid, a protein linked to Alzheimer's. But what happens when you stay up late scrolling social media or binge-watching shows until 2 a.m.? That cleaning crew doesn't get enough time to work. Over time, the trash piles up and your brain starts to struggle. A study in Nature Communications found that people who sleep less than 6 hours a night in their 50s have a 30% higher risk of dementia compared to those who get enough rest. I think of a colleague who prided himself on surviving on just 4 hours of sleep, calling it a badge of productivity. But he started forgetting project details, even client names. It was a wake-up call. So what can we do? Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. Turn off gadgets at least 30 minutes before bed. Blue light from screens disrupts melatonin, the hormone that helps you sleep. Create a calming bedtime routine. Read a book, listen to soft music, or sip herbal tea like chamomile. Your brain will thank you. Ever felt foggy after eating a burger and fries? That's no coincidence. Foods high in sugar and saturated fats, like fast food or sugary snacks, can trigger inflammation in your brain. Think of your brain as a high-performance engine that needs premium fuel. If you keep feeding it low-quality fuel, it'll start breaking down. Research from Alzheimer's and dementia shows that high-sugar diets increase insulin resistance in the brain, impairing its ability to process information. I remember a relative who couldn't quit soda and pastries. By their 50s, they struggled to recall simple conversations. Their doctor warned them that diet was like slow poison for their brain. The solution? Start adding brain-friendly foods to your daily meals. Fatty fish like salmon are rich in omega-3s, which support brain cell health. Green veggies like spinach and berries like blueberries are packed with antioxidants that fight inflammation. Cut back on processed foods. Swap sugary snacks for nuts or fruit. These small changes can keep your brain sharp. Ever felt clearer after a walk or workout? That's because your brain loves movement. Physical activity boosts blood flow to the brain, delivering oxygen and nutrients that keep brain cells healthy. But in today's busy world, many of us are glued to desks or couches all day. A study in neurology found that people who rarely move have a smaller hippocampus, the brain area crucial for memory, compared to active individuals. I think of a friend who stopped exercising after switching to a work-from-home job. They started experiencing brain fog, struggling to focus and forgetting small details. It was a wake-up call. So what can we do? Walk 30 minutes a day, yoga, or even dancing in your living room. These are like workouts for your brain, keeping it strong and flexible. Humans are social creatures. Our brains are wired to connect and learn and explore new things. But in this digital age, many of us spend more time with screens than with people. Social isolation and a lack of mental stimulation can weaken your brain's cognitive reserve, the shield that protects it from age-related damage. A study in the journals of gerontology found that people who rarely socialize have a 50% higher risk of dementia. I recall a neighbor who lived alone after retirement. They rarely left the house, and over time, they struggled to remember simple things. What can we do? Join a community, a book club, art class, or just regular chats with neighbors. Challenge your brain with activities like crossword puzzles, learning a new language, or playing chess. These are like workouts for your brain, keeping it strong and flexible. Stress is part of life, but when it lingers, it becomes your brain's worst enemy. When you're stressed, your body produces cortisol, a hormone that, in high amounts, can damage brain cells, especially in the prefrontal cortex and hippocampus. Think of stress as a small leak in your roof. If you ignore it, the damage grows. Research from Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience shows that chronic stress can accelerate brain shrinkage. I remember a coworker constantly swamped with deadlines. They started forgetting meetings, even coworkers' names. Their stress was slowly eroding their cognitive abilities. The solution? Try relaxation techniques like 10-minute daily meditation, deep breathing, or journaling to release emotions. Make time for activities that bring you joy, listening to music, gardening, or anything that feels good. By managing stress, you give your brain a chance to recover and stay healthy. So, there you have it, the 5 habits that could be quietly speeding up dementia: chronic sleep deprivation, poor diet, lack of exercise, social isolation, and chronic stress. But here's the thing, knowing this is the first step to change. Your brain is a precious asset, and small changes today can make a big difference tomorrow. Start with one step. Sleep earlier tonight, swap a snack for fruit, or take a walk with a friend. I can't wait to hear from you. See you in the next video.